funny wonder sometimes if I actually do have any internal sanity or logic. Actually, correction, I don't have any logic that I can clarify. But I wonder if people actually do enjoy just seeing me suffer for the hell of it. I mean, take Killjoy. This is a film that I've openly stated haunted me through my young adulthood. I finally review it for this site. And then people start asking me to do the sequel. And I'm gonna do it. Keep in mind, this isn't a film from my past. This is the sequel to the film that haunted my past. And now, due to some mystic voice, which I will kill at some point, I'm reviewing it. I honestly think there must be something wrong with me. Maybe I need to see a doctor.
Ah, the common human male and his hatred of clowns. Not unlike the common Frenchman and his fear of showers. The procedure for dealing with these kind of scenarios is really quite simple. I can give you a prescription for it, but really you must immerse yourself with clowns in order to face your fears. Not quite the same with mimes. Now with mimes you have to become opposite the mime. Be as loud as you possibly can, say all you think and feel, walk around narrating your life.
Excuse me.
I picked up this pen and wrote down these words, and then I looked at the
Excuse me.
seductive way, gave you a wink, licked my lips, and invited you over to my place.
What are you doing?
Please, I am a doctor.
No, you're not. You're just wearing a white coat.
I also have a notepad.
Right, that's supposed to make a difference. Tell me something. Since this bet with Elisa, why have you been appearing in all of my videos?
I'm sorry, Elisa?
Yeah, you know, we've got this bet going on, who gets the most followers by the time MagFest comes around. Sorry. It's just, you kind of remind me of Elise. Can't imagine why. Hey, has anyone ever told you you kind of look like the makeover fairy? Oh, fuck.
Did somebody say makeover?
I did!
Oh, my, aren't you a grumpy Gus today?
He also said, I look like you.
Did he now?
Yeah, as a joke.
Like when you joked about my wings?
Wes Craven's New Nightmare sucks, and it's hammer time!
Wait a minute. I love Wes Craven's New Nightmare. What have you done to me? Makeovers don't work that way!
Oh, no.
What, that's it? Sunglasses? That's my character? What kind of person's gonna create a character with sunglasses? Oh, look, and there's somebody outside crapping in my backyard.
Much better.
May I continue?
Please.
If you watched my review of Killjoy, you'll know I managed to bitch and moan about nearly everything in that film, from the sets, the score, the direction and performance. The plot was nonsensical, the acting wooden at best, and the script, I still refuse to believe that someone was actually paid to write it. Now, given that the film barely clocked in at the hour mark, it's a testament to how bad it was that it managed to leave such an impression. It also leaves me completely baffled as to how that film could end up getting a sequel, and after watching this, I kind of have a theory on that. Killjoy 2, released 2 years after the original and from a casual viewpoint, manages to seemingly fix nearly everything I complained about in Killjoy. The minute-long title sequence? Gone. Alternate warehouse dimension? Gone. Bad speech due to big teeth? Gone. Bad hip-hop playing over every scene? Gone. But somehow, the film is even worse. Killjoy, as bad as it was, managed to slip into the crack of being so bad it was funny. This one? Oh no. No. Now, I'm gonna show the film right now, but no. No. We begin with a prologue with our not main character, but he's billed as the main star, so I guess that entitles into a prologue. Nick Gordon, standing on a roof getting high, I think. Turns out the police are after him, so maybe standing still on a high building wasn't the best place to be, which leads to a chase and a musical score that seemed to be the inspiration for the Gullwings theme from Final Fantasy X too. Seriously, listen to both and tell me if you can't spot a similar theme here. The sequence is also littered with some of the worst dubbing I've ever seen in a film. Although, given what's coming, this could actually be seen as coherent and synced in comparison.
Mike, he's on the 9th floor!
One of the cops eventually catches Nick, only he escapes.
Get the fuck off me! Oh!
You know, if the music wasn't so loud, they wouldn't have to dub every line. And they eventually catch him, rough him up and plant drugs on him. Which, in all honesty, seems a little in excess, especially when we don't see these cops again, which only makes me wonder what was the actual point of showing this sequence, other than to give Charles Austin a little extra screen time and to pad out the film by 5 minutes.
Huh. I think I just answered my own question there.
And we get our title credit, Killjoy 2, Deliverance from Evil. No, it's not needed, and the DVD doesn't even include it, although it is mercifully shorter than Killjoy. Moving on, we meet our main cast of heroes, Lieutenant Harris Redding, an actor who only knows one emotion.
You start showing some R-E-S-P-E-C-T, else you're gonna find out what it means to me.
And his partner, Denise Martinez, an actress who can make wood look good.
What's wrong with here? ASAP. No one wanders off. They probably killed my partner.
She's also a very competent woman.
You ever driven one of these things? You ever been in the woods?
Have you ever been to acting class?
No, not really.
Ah, good. Me neither.
We then get a roll call for the young offenders. Yes, young. Apparently in the Killjoy universe, young offender means anywhere from 18 to 30. Cofish Cece, our man Nick, his partner in crime Ray Ray, Eddie, and Charlotte, who wrote, performed, and produced the film's main theme. Something she clearly put a lot of effort into.
Killjoy. Killjoy 2.
Charlotte is also the only one with a request.
You think that maybe we'd be able to call home?
Keep this in mind as it's a lingering plot thread through the entire movie. And amusingly, it's the only plot thread that stays consistent through the entire movie.
All of them are present for wrongful deeds and are being driven 200 miles out of the city to perform renovations on a home for youthful offenders. So with the basic plot out of the way, they head out of the city and drive, and drive, and drive, and oh, breakdown.
I knew it. I knew it.
Let me remind you about this in case you've forgotten, because I know I had by this point. This film is supposed to be a horror film about an evil spirit who looks like a clown.
Harris checks on the bus engine, and even to someone like me who can't even drive, the engine looks completely totaled. Still, it's better to ask than to wonder.
How's it going?
I guess she's never been to a garage either. Deciding to go for help, Harris takes the guys and all four head off in the surprisingly well-lit woods. It must be the power of the near full moon. No, correction, there's a full moon. Nope, it's near full again. Oh, it's full again. I'm not kidding. They use a still image of the moon for establishing shots, but they keep switching between a full moon and a near full moon. I mean, would it have killed them to maintain some form of continuity? Should have seen that coming. They eventually happen across an old shack, knock on the door, and with no answer, Harris leaves to try and get a cell signal. Failing to get one, he throws the phone away.
Very smart. Yeah, you can tell he's a pro. I mean, it's just a mobile phone. It's not like Martinez is going to need it back or anything.
Thinking no one's home, Ray Ray breaks in to find a phone, and while looking for a light switch, he gets shot in the back at point-blank range with a shotgun. A blast so huge it causes everyone to react. Well, everyone except Nick, anyway. This shocking turn allows the script to shine and the cast to deliver a powerful, dramatic performance.
Just calm down for a minute, please.
Masterful delivery there. And it also allows Harris to show off his medical expertise.
He may be dying.
Maybe. He was shot at point-blank range. I'm amazed his body's still in one piece. Threatening to kill them all, our shooter turns her gun on Eddie, only for Harris to pull a gun on her and shoot her in the head. With what must be a hole in his chest the size of a small crater, the group do the smart thing and pick Ray Ray up, with Harris telling the boys to go back to the bus while he tries to find a phone. On the way back to the bus, the boys hear gunfire, but opt to keep heading to the bus rather than turn back, where they inform Martinez of Harris's fate. She takes it well.
They probably killed my partner.
They're probably gonna be killing us next.
Fine, let them fucking try. What are you doing?
I'm taking charge.
What are you fucking nuts? Redding was like my...
What, homie?
In the space of 20 seconds, Martinez manages to go from professional cop to Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2 to meek little girl, and amazingly she does this all without really changing her expression. Deciding to stick together, the whole group leave to find a phone. Now, I'm not a director and I don't know how to work with actors, but I can only imagine the direction that was given to them here.
Okay guys, this is the scene. You're tired and cold. You've been walking for nearly an hour. Don't go over the top with your reactions and your emotions. The dialogue will convey all that for you. All we need from you is a nice, subtle performance. Okay? Action!
We've been walking for over an hour. We've gotta find something soon.
I've seen more subtlety in a Michael Bay film than I have this. And this is supposed to be a Killjoy film, right? I mean, we're 35 minutes in, and there's not only been no mention of him, but no hint that he's even going to show up. And I mean, it's almost like he doesn't belong in this film.
How's Ray Ray doing?
How's he doing? He's bleeding from the mouth and was shot at point-blank range with a shotgun. He shouldn't even be standing upright right now. An hour ago he was going into the light, for God's sake. Deciding to rest up for a moment, Eddie heads off to relieve himself and spots a light which somehow none of them were able to see. It's even more of a mystery that none of them noticed it when you consider just how big that damn house is. They all head inside and meet Kaja, resident voodoo priestess. Nick, our hero, endears himself to her right from the off.
I ain't here to hurt you just as long as you don't give me any problems.
As Kaja doesn't have a phone, TV, or car, anything useful, she uses the power of voodoo to try and help Ray Ray. Nick, however, doesn't believe in black magic.
What kind of bullshit is that?
But all this talk of voodoo and black magic segues into Cece telling a story told to her by her own grandmother.
I remember she told me a story once when I was really young about a spirit. An evil spirit named Killjoy.
Oh my god! A Killjoy mention! 40 minutes in! Cece tells a tale which manages to sum up the first film in about 30 seconds, but also seems to suggest that the entire film wasn't a true story, which would make it an even bigger waste of my time. Nick, however, doesn't believe this either.
I'll be back when story time is over.
And now things get weird. Cece follows Nick outside and attempts to score some drugs, but Nick now seems to believe the story despite him saying he didn't, and asks her to resurrect Killjoy to save Ray Ray. Yes, you heard me correctly. How this is supposed to work or make any sense, I have no idea, and neither do the scriptwriters because they don't dwell on it. Cece, despite only being told the story, seems to know how to summon Killjoy, which didn't work, so instead she seduces Nick to get the drugs, but it turns out Nick was lying and didn't have any drugs on him.
You fucking bastard!
What?
Okay, hold on. Do these films have anything in the form of consistency? I mean, Killjoy 1 didn't, but that was such a common occurrence through the film that it became comical. Here, it's just flat out confusing. Nick heard the story and doesn't believe in voodoo or black magic, then does a 180 and wants to raise Killjoy to help Ray Ray. How does he expect this to happen? And how could Killjoy help? He never says. Cece followed Nick outside, claimed to be able to raise a spirit she's only heard of in stories, and then comes on to Nick, and that makes Nick the bastard? Has anyone been telling the truth here? Oh, I don't know. I just want to get this over with. Cece heads to the outhouse and, oh my god, Killjoy makes his appearance. How many minutes into the movie? And how long have we got left? Oh, thank god. We're nearly done. And this brings me to what I think is the biggest problem with the script and story. It honestly feels like this was going to be one film, and then someone decided to make it a Killjoy sequel, and the entire second half was rewritten to shoehorn him in. Kinda like the original script for Saw 2 was originally going to be its own film. Only to get a jump on production, Lee Whannell adapted a script written by Darren Lynn Bousman, and then rewrote it to fit it into the Saw universe. Only in that situation, it made fucking sense! Here, 1 minute it's brothers and sisters of the hood lost in the forest, and suddenly it's about a voodoo summoned killer spirit who dresses like a clown. Still, at least now it means some of these non-existent characters will get killed off.
I see you in there!
Oh my god, that's his voice.
Yes, if the words "be careful what you wish for" ever applied to a situation, this is it. In Killjoy 1, I complained that due to the overlarge teeth, it gave the actor a very pronounced lisp that made it very hard to understand what he was saying, and they'd have been better off dubbing him. The sequel takes that complaint to heart, and not only dubs every single line of dialogue Killjoy says, but they don't even bother to match up the lip sync.
I hate sloppy seconds!
Killjoy removes his teeth he borrowed from the Joker from the first Batman film and drops them into the outhouse where they apparently eat Cece.
Keep in mind she's the one who summoned him. And why was he summoned again? Ah yeah, to help Ray Ray.
Sorry. He's gone.
Right, so why is he still around? Don't look at me for an answer, the movie doesn't give it.
And what follows is a wash and repeat sequence. Killjoy walks around the wood, characters are told to stay in the house because it's safe, Charlotte looks scared, one character leaves, Killjoy kills that character. I'm serious, it's like a 20-minute cycle of the same sequence, just played with different actors. Eddie leaves the house to get some water, but Killjoy apparently has been studying Jedi arts and bad editing since the first film, which may or may not have been real, and uses the Force to impale Eddie through some well-placed pipes. Yes, now Killjoy has Force powers. In the first film, he couldn't live outside his domain, unless you count that one shot of him outside the ice cream truck and the ending where he... Oh god, I never thought I'd miss the alternate dimension Warehouse of Doom. See what this film has done to me? Back at Kaja's, the shocking truth is revealed.
Look, Cece and I went out into the woods. She did some kind of ceremony thing, I don't know.
Although, Martinez seems to need a little clarification on the issue.
Is that true?
Who wrote this script? That wasn't my editing either. Nick explains what happened and her next line is...
Is that true?
Why would she say that? He's just confessed everything. Why would she then ask him if it's true?
I don't believe in this voodoo bullshit anyway.
And Nick doesn't believe again, which is only slightly confusing because less than 20 seconds before he states...
It's just trying to help Ray Ray out.
Oh, do you know a film is bad when I long for dialogue like...
This must be the place that homeless man was talking about.
Are you sure?
As Charlotte has contributed nothing to the film except crying and looking scared, she won't be leaving yet, so Nick leaves the house and is killed by Killjoy, who slices Nick up with his own hand and knife, while Martinez, Charlotte and Kaja pray to a plastic skull with badly superimposed lighting. When they said the special effects in Suburbia Nights were crap. Sorry, failers. Deciding to go out and face Killjoy, Kaja gives Charlotte a voodoo book and tells her, once again, to stay inside as she'll be safe.
But we'll see who'll have the last laugh.
Oh, clearly not you. Martinez, who accompanied Kaja outside, only to then hide away in a spot where she couldn't actually see Kaja, which, you know, makes perfect sense to me, is discovered by Charlotte, who has left the house to find her.
Come on, we've got to get back in the house.
Okay, if the house is safe, why does everyone keep leaving? Also, Martinez was hiding. How did Charlotte find her? Why has she changed her shirt? How has she suddenly grown a pair and gone through a complete character 180? What the hell is going on? The girls make it back to the house, only...
Honeys, I'm home.
What? How did he enter the house? I thought it was supposed to be some sort of safe haven. Is he allowed now? Oh, fuck it. And again, I remind you, he was summoned to save Ray Ray. So why is he targeting people who were not present for the summoning and knew nothing of him until this night? Well, I guess it's maintaining some continuity with the first film, then.
I'm not going down that easy.
With only Charlotte remaining, Killjoy approaches, and in what has to be one of the strangest scripted and filmed scenes I've ever seen, he seems to be toying with her while she reads her voodoo book.
Lord of the Black Spirit, to you I do call.
You know, I think this was supposed to be suspenseful, but from the way it's shot, it's just completely awkward and just goes on and on and on and on.
Has anyone ever told you what an insufferable bore you are, Charlotte?
Oh my god, just kill her already!
Well, maybe he can't touch her as long as she's holding that voodoo book. Right? Right? No, that would make too much sense. With all hope seemingly lost, Harris suddenly puts in a reappearance. Yes, Harris. Where's he been? I don't know, and the film doesn't explain.
Daddy's running a little late.
Well, nice to see his delivery has improved no end. Killjoy talks, but doesn't really do anything, so Charlotte throws water on him, which makes him burn up and die. Yes, that's it. All it took was water from the voodoo hut. So why didn't Kaja take that with her when she went out to face him? Probably because the scriptwriters hadn't decided how they were going to kill Killjoy until they filmed this scene. But, what do I know? Next morning, Charlotte is awakened on the floor by Martinez. Wait, why was she sleeping on the floor? There's a perfectly nice chair right... Oh, never mind. And the survivors leave the shack thanks to a helpful policeman, as cell phones, suddenly work now. And Charlotte gets a phone call from her mother. I guess killing an evil spirit dressed up as a clown gave her all the confidence she needed.
It's over.
And that's Killjoy 2, a film that does the impossible and makes me appreciate Killjoy. While the acting, if you can call it that, is certainly better than the first film, the more serious tone it's played to just makes it painful to watch rather than funny. The kills are much better, as there are more of them, but Killjoy doesn't make an appearance until over halfway through the film, and it really feels like he was just dropped in with no real build-up to his reveal. And when he does make his appearance, the film can basically be summed up as, follow these rules, I'm not following your rules, there are no rules, the end.
It somehow manages to make me appreciate the first film even more, and... if anything, I now think of the first film as this completely cheese-filled comedic masterpiece. And that is something I honestly thought I would never ever hear myself saying. This is actually my last video before Halloween, so I'd just like to wish everybody out there a happy Halloween and hope you all enjoy your October 31st. You turned me into Killjoy, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm going to hurt you.
You can try. Bye.
Well, I suppose things can't get any worse. I mean, it's not like there's a Killjoy 3.
The psychological repercussions of continuing to face your fear of clowns will have fascinating effects.
You mean it could cure me?
I doubt that.
Okay, then what am I doing this for?
Exactly.
Killjoy. Killjoy 2. Coming back at ya. Watch Watch out for those clowns, y'all. Killjoy. All of our lives, we
Make of a